How everybody doing? My name is Ed. Let's talk about being a creator. But here, I'm going to be focusing on filmmaking. All right. So something that I always hear out there is, you know what I mean? And this usually comes from the big time, like filmmakers. You'll get a video or someone to try to get motivated and they'll say, hey, just do it. Just make a movie. If you want to make it, just make it. Now there's a caveat to that. I like to focus on two. All right. One of them being the not knowing how to do it. The second one being fear. All right, so the not knowing part. The reasons why the not knowing part is a big thing that you need to look into, because if someone says, hey, you want to make a movie, just do it. Get out, grab a camera, go make a movie. What if you don't even understand how to operate the camera? All right, you don't understand how to composite a shot, ISO, aperture, shutter. You don't understand that, the 180, the rule of thirds. Like, you don't understand any of those rules or what people put in place when it comes to filmmaking. Not saying that that you can't break those rules, but you don't even know the rules. All right, so picking up a camera and just doing it, probably not going to work. So just that not knowing how to do it makes it remain a dream in your head. You want to create this, or I want to make this movie, and I can't because I don't know how to do it. So the thing to do for that is to research. We have the internet, Google, that's like the world's library now. Because I don't even think it's any other libraries. I haven't seen a library since I was but you have Google, you have the internet. You have the internet on your phone. Hey, guess what? I got the library right here. So yeah, you do have that out there. You can be able to research. Research. You can research on YouTube. There's how-to videos here and left and right. All right. But there's another half to that. You can research all day, but you have to try it. Now, when I'm saying trying it, this is not the same spiel. Just do it. No, what I'm saying is you have to take baby steps. First off, when it comes to research, you may research a movie that you like. You may research a how-to YouTube video. And you want to be able to create lighting, how to expose it right, how to make sure I composite a shot the right way. So you research that and then you try it. Some people will say, oh man, I want to do it, but I saw them, they used the red helium 8K, blah, 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 this, or they used the Arri Alexa. You know what? Those are cool tools. Don't get me wrong. The red, the Arri Alexas, the Blackmagic Ursa Mini 4.6 Pro, the Canon C300, 500, this Mark II, Mark II. It's a bunch of cameras. Those are all great tools, but you have to realize that they are just tools. You being a creator, you have a story to tell. You have a vision. You have something that you want to get across. You want something you want an audience to watch or to see, or you know what I mean. You want to evoke certain type of emotion, or whatever the case may be. Now, the tools are okay. Don't get me wrong. If you want to play something in a theater on this, it will be awesome to have this 8K because they're going to down-res it to 4K and it's going to play in this, or IMAX, whatever the case may be. But it's not needed for you to create. So when you hear all these high-priced cameras, I'm not saying that you need to have them. I know if you look in the back, you'll see a red. That's the red Scarlet Mysterium, and I have a Blackmagic production camera there. But guess what I'm creating on right now? All right. So all I'm saying is, to create, you don't necessarily need the big boy tools, or you don't necessarily need to have that to get out there and try it. You can use your phone. Phones have videos on there. Use that to practice. Use that to practice to better your craft. All right. And now I want to walk into the second one I was talking about is fear. Now, what do I mean by fear? All right. So you have different types of fear. It's fear of acceptance. You have the fear of failure. You also have the fear of the unknown. Now, what I mean by acceptance, all right, and just fear in general, people tend to talk a lot. Especially to their friends. They'll talk to their parents, their family members, their friends, their coworkers, and they'll tell them, I'm going to be a filmmaker and I'm going to create this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to do this and this and that. And I'm going to be the next Spielberg. I'm going to be the next David Ayer. I'm going to be the next David Fincher. I'm going to be this. It's so many different ones, right? But they say that. I'm going to be the next this. I'm going to be the next that. But those levels that they're saying that they're going to be are here. And they're probably here. No offense, but that's what it is. Because you haven't been out there researching and trying. So when you create that first, video that you did on the Canon T2i or iPhone 5, or you got the iPhone 6 and 7, or whatever the case may be, the video is going to look like crap. There's nothing wrong with that, because that's called practice. And when you're practicing, you need to develop. You're creating, right? So you're just shaping and you're building. You're building on your skill level so you can eventually move up here to the greats or whatnot, if you want to call it. But you have to work. You have to work hard. You have to train for it. You have to practice. You have to research. You have to practice. You have to research. You have to practice. I didn't put that on replay. This is not the Matrix, and that's not deja vu, so it's no brick wall behind me now. But all I'm saying is to be that way, you have to pass fear, right? To pass fear, to gain, to build acceptance, I'll say, in your mind, is that you have to practice for it. And a quick story just on that. It was a time I was in film school, right? And the project that we had in film school was to create a short. And with me, I had this idea, I'm gonna do this, and I'm an 80s baby. So, I didn't say 90s, I said 80s baby. So what I did, I came up with the idea, like, well, what did I love when I grew up, right? So I was watching Bruce Lee movies. I was into Dragon Ball, right? I'm still into Dragon Ball, but I was watching Bruce Lee movies, the Ninja Turtles, not the big ones, the new ones. I'm talking about the regular size, like they were people in costumes. Like you could see a Ninja Turtle and you like, that's awesome, but that dude's like 180 pounds. Like he's like a regular dude, right? He had regular size arms and he dances and he can fight. He's a Ninja Turtle. It was still awesome, right? So I wanted to create an action thriller, right? All that goodness. So I got up with my brother. I wrote a script, and it wasn't like, maybe I'm not saying any of this like, oh, this is awesome, he already know how to write. No, I just wrote down some stuff, a story in my head, and me and my brother went out and we shot it. In my head, I was like, this is gonna be the one, right? Yeah. So shot that and took it into school. Well, then it comes time to present. And we sat down, lights turned dim. I'm sitting down, I'm looking. All right, let's see. I'm gonna watch this film. And it was on. Then I heard some laughter, right? Some giggles or whatever. It wasn't a funny movie. There was nothing funny about it, at least in my eyes, right? The lights came up, and someone turned around and looked at me, and it was like, "Hey, Ed, like, man, that fight scene, that was kind of funny. That was funny. It was a funny fight scene. It was good. It was just funny." And I could have gotten to my Joe Pesci, Goodfellas, but I was like, oh, and that fear kind of like sank in. I'm like, whoa, what? And then that's when it dawned on me. You know what I mean? I looked at it, I looked at everything with a different light. And that fear was there, but I knew something. I knew how to control it. I know when it comes to fear, you have to be able to direct it, because fear is always going to be there. Some people say, I ain't afraid of nothing. Fear is always going to be there, but it's how you take the fear and how you direct it. It's like directing traffic. And I looked at it, and something happened that day. And I had a smile on my face. Because that day, I created. I was a creator. I made a film. An audience received it. And they judged it, and they had opinions. And as a creator, that's all you want. Is that you want an audience to receive your creativity, your work. And I put it out there, and they did. And some liked it and some didn't. And you know what? That's awesome. Because that's where you want to be as a creator. You will never have everybody 100% on your side and enjoying everything. But that's why you research and you train, you practice it, so you can start shaping your story the right way so the audience can get along that vehicle that you're trying to drive them down. You want to steer them the right way. But the only way to do that is you got to understand how to drive. Just having a car doesn't mean you're going to be a good driver. Same thing relates to this. And I was excited. Because just know that everything that you create first is going to look like crap. It's not going to be the best. But it's about repetition. Repetition is key to being successful. Research, repetition, trying it, practicing it, building on it, networking, growing as a creator, as an individual, as a team if need be. And I learned something that when it comes to creating, that's what you need. Now, it was like a couple of weeks ago, I was on YouTube and I was watching this video, and it was inspiring, it was motivating. And I saw this creator out there doing what I wanted to see, right? I enjoyed it. Then I thought to myself, man, why am I just watching it? Why am I not doing it? Why am I not creating? So I did. My name is Ed. Hope you enjoyed. See you on next time. Let's talk about.